Good morning. I'm Les Walters. I have a great group of young men, one middle-aged man, and we're going to be talking Cubs baseball. I have with me the original J.R. John Robert Page, and we're here really because of him this morning. I have with me a good friend, David Cantrell, who is the principal of Hamilton High School, and Conley Ellis. Conley is part of our Andy Griffith Show group. He doesn't know as much Andy Griffith as his dad, Roger, nor Chris Cook, but he's pretty doggone sharp. And he's also an employee of People's Trust Bank. And what is your title there?
Business Development Officer.
So you want them to bring the business to you.
Yes.
And when you leave here, you'll be going to
I can't hear you.
Hackeberg office a little bit.
I may.
Maybe I got a bunch of people. I can't talk to you.
Okay.
Your girlfriend called you.
But John Robert called me, and he just tickled my soul. And it's also a feather in David's cap because he was one of his students. And I want you to tell the folks what you're fixing to do.
I'm about to pack up bags and move to Chicago to work for the Cubs. I'm going to be a production assistant for them, and I'm going to be helping out with all their shows, whether it's baseball, concerts, or any other kind of events.
Concerts, too?
Mm-hmm. I'm really excited. Yeah.
You didn't say that. Concerts. So that's a hotbed of baseball and a hotbed of concerts.
It is.
All right. Your background, and you came in, you were on a show with me when you were working for Alabama. Do you revisit that? Tell us what you were doing then.
So when I first went to Alabama, I mean, you were really my start in the sports industry. When I wrote for Journal Record, I knew like when I was writing for football games that I wanted to have like a full-time job in that. And so when I went to Alabama, I applied for their student department that did all the productions for ESPN and SEC Network and all that stuff. And I mean, from there, I kind of started producing games, putting graphics on video boards at the venues. I just kind of fell in love with it. Going into it, I thought I'd really enjoy being in front of the camera, but I've really learned that being behind the camera, you have a lot of fun with that, you know. So.
But I think you could do exceptionally well in front of the camera.
I appreciate that. I do appreciate that.
He has great hair. That helps. That really helps.
That's got to be dyed. Everyone got up here, it's really white.
And from there, though, I just kind of, I just fell in love with it. Like, it's just something that going into it, I didn't have a lot of knowledge of how to produce, what all went into a production, all the different roles somebody can have, whether that's putting graphics on the screen or adjusting audio. There's so many different things that go on in any given show. So once I graduated, I just kept freelancing for Alabama and then applying to places, and Chicago was the place that called back. So I'm really excited to go and be a part of their journey.
How does this make you feel, David? You're proud of your kids. You're proud of your kids, and when you see them maybe climb out and reach that next rung on the ladder, that's pretty good.
Well, I mean, first, I am just really proud of John Robert. He was an exceptional student at Hamilton High School, finished third in his class. He was always top-notch kid, really excited, and just have the opportunity to go out and get a job and doing something that he loves is wonderful. But for me, as a diehard Chicago Cubs fan, it was really cool when I got that phone call last week that one of my former kids still my kid. They're always my kid once they come.
Sure.
Is going to work for the Cubs. I just thought that was really, really awesome and unique for a kid from Hamilton, Alabama, going to Chicago to work for the Cubs. It's pretty cool moment for HHS and John Robert.
Do you see some special tickets somewhere on the horizon? Maybe a box. Get up there in the box, or
Well, I thought I'd let him get there first before I
Okay.
hit him up for tickets.
okay, all right. Conley, you come from a long line of Notre Dame fans, and you're a part of that. But y'all branched off. Your dad, Roger Ellis, and he has put together, I think it's from 52 to today, all tops St. Louis Cardinal cards. Now, that's a feat in itself. But you stepped outside the box and you became a Cubs fan.
I
Why,
did.
Why was that?
So, like you said, I come from a family that loves Notre Dame sports. And back in 2005, 2006, there was a guy that played Notre Dame football, All-American wide receiver, Jeff Samardzija. And he was my favorite player. I mean, that's who I looked up to watching football. And he also played baseball at Notre Dame. And when he signed, he decided to step away from the NFL and pursue baseball. And the Cubs drafted him in the first or the second round of 06. I'm thinking, okay, well, here I am. I'm a Cubs fan now. And ever since that day when he signed, I became a diehard Cubs fan.
And that tore your daddy up.
Oh, it did. It did. And then they traded him back in 2014, and I just stayed with the Cubs. So,
Okay. All right. John Robert, are you a Cubs fan?
I was raised a Red Sox fan.
But
Dad's
now-
a huge Boggs fan from back in the
Okay.
day. And then I grew up loving Dustin Pedroia and David Ortiz. Those were my two guys growing up. But I think we're going to have to be Cubs fans now.
Oh, I think so. I remember when at the Hollingsworth family, they're just like Hutty. Auburn was where the Garden of Eden was. And
It was.
they just think, Auburn was the be-all and the end-all. And then Gary got the scholarship and started playing quarterback for Alabama. Now, I'm pretty sure Ryan reverted back. He got brother out of that, and then he reverted back. Gary is still Alabama. Who knows what all you're going to get into up there? And I'm putting this out, too. I talked to a great niece last night who lives in Chicago. We have got to find J.R. Page a great place to lay his head at night, a great place where you don't hear bullets flying through the night. That's what we're looking for. So if you've got any connections, call in right now. We would like to hear it.
anywhere but the South Side.
Anywhere but the South Side, because John Robert needs a safe place. His mama, Stacy Page, has got to be able to put her head down at night and not worry about her baby. And that's important, very important. So when you apply for jobs, I think that's per the norm. Nowadays, are you filling out forms? Are you going online and doing things?
It's mainly online nowadays. I know back in the day you could call in, try to get in contact with somebody, but it's really hard to get somebody on the phone who's human nowadays. So almost every job listing that I had applied for was online, sending in my resume and cover letter, and then just hoping that I hear back from them. There's a lot of places that don't even send back, whether it's a yes or a no. So that whole process is really interesting.
And you applied a lot?
I did. I did. I think I applied to about 90 or 100 different places, and I had gotten some interviews, but a lot of them were just kind of like drops in the bucket that you wouldn't hear back from. So, I mean, I just kept applying while I was freelancing for Alabama, and just because I just trusted that it was going to work out eventually. So.
But you were applying also for jobs that you thought, I would like to do this.
Oh yeah, and the Cubs was one that I was like, this is right up my alley. Like, I'd love to do that. So I'm glad that they were the ones to call me back.
Did you send clips about what you had done working for Alabama?
I do have a portfolio. It's kind of like graphics work, so I kind of have a different, I guess, web page to kind of showcase the graphics that I've worked on. So that would kind of be what I attached, like, hey, this is what I've done, but I would just try to let them know that I've worked mainly in venue stuff, so don't have the video on some of that. But
I still see you going in front of the camera. I still see great voice, great look. My great niece told me that I described him to her. He said, yeah, the women go crazy. I can see it. I can see it. So this is also something that points back to your persistence. You stayed after it.
yes. That's something that I've been taught from a young age. You got to be persistent in whatever you want to do.
Right.
Because, I mean, the world's always changing, especially in media. Media is constantly changing every day, whether it's like what styles are in, or then like it's just a lot of moving things. So you got to stay persistent in learning, I think, and then just staying true to yourself and staying persistent, and I mean, honestly, probably stubborn in some ways. So that's kind of been my attitude on a lot of things.
He's going to be real good for you to get to bring back. Let him get settled in and do a good job. I feel assured he will do a great job. He's that kind of person.
I mean, I agree. It's always good to bring back alumni from Hamilton.
I got no problem. I'm not that. I ain't got
It's always good to bring kids back, former students back, to show our current students, hey, this is what's possible. You can't allow growing up in a small town in northwest Alabama to limit what you're capable of. And so it's always great. And John Robert will be one of those guys that we can bring back and say, hey,
Sure.
look, this is what's possible. When he got the job with the Cubs, I couldn't help but think of Reese Davis.
Reese Davis. And he is about top of the line.
That's about as good as you can get.
Yeah.
That is. That
You
is.
know, and so Reese was, I guess, at Hamilton for a period of time, and of course wound up, I think, in Muscle Shoals is where he graduated from. But I think a lot of times our kids limit. We allow geography and small town to limit our dreams, and it's the only limitation should be what you put on yourself. And so take those limitations off, and you never know what's out there in the world and where you can go and what you can do. And
Right.
hopefully this is the beginning of a long career for John Robert to be highly successful in a field that he enjoys and loves, and can be an inspiration to not only Hamilton kids, but kids from our area.
Sure. I agree.
What you can do if you're persistent and you work hard and you dream big. That's the important thing. You got to dream big.
All right. Your background as a Cubs fan, and I did try to call Kyle, your brother, who is doing great. He's going back to school. He's going to better himself. And I don't always hear this about you, but Kyle, I hear that is just many folks love him. Hey, when I was in the newspaper
You
business,
saying people don't love me less? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying they didn't love me either. They didn't love either one of us.
They can't hear me.
Okay. You have a tough job.
I do.
You have a tough job. Sometimes you're a gunslinger that comes to town and they've taken away your guns. And it's just immensely hard. It's about like my boss, Kevin Williams. You're going to make some folks happy, and you're going to make some folks fighting, dirt scratching, mad. That's the way it goes. But let's get back to the original question. How did you become a Cubs fan?
So my grandfather, who's from Hamilton, when he got out of the military in the 50s, wound up in Chicago working on the railroad. And he became an all-Chicago fan. And, of course, he came back.
What was his name?
His name was Kenneth Nichols. So he came back to Marion County and Hamilton and became he was a Cubs fan, Bears fan, all things Chicago. And so I kind of grew up with somebody there that was a Cubs fan. And then you had WGN, so I could come home every
WGN,
afternoon.
yeah.
And in summertime, and I could catch a Cubs game. And that's just kind of how it became. My favorite player was Ryan Sandberg growing up, Mark Grace, Sean Dunston. So it's just it just always felt natural. I can't remember a time when I wasn't a Cubs fan or a Bears fan or Bulls fan for that matter. Don't like the White Sox, can't stand them. But I don't know, it's just but that's how it started with my grandfather.
Okay. And Kyle, your brother.
Because of me.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah.
You got a great Sandberg story. Tell that to us.
So back in 2009, I think it was, he was managing the Tennessee Smokies, which is the AA affiliate for the Cubs. And any time that the Smokies were coming to Birmingham or Huntsville now, I try to go watch them. And I think this was right after Samardzija got called up to the big leagues and Sandberg was managing. And there was a big line from the dugout to the backstop at home plate. Sandberg was signing autographs. And I got in line. I had one of the Cubs miniature bats in my hand. And groundskeeper for the Barons comes up to me, and he was like, hey, kid, get Rhino to sign a real bat. And he slid the net up and got me a real minor league bat from one of the players. Now, it had a little crack in it, and he had duct taped it back together and everything. But, yeah, I got in line, got him to sign the real bat, and I still have that bat to this day.
Now, was Papa Roger taking you to these? Do you think it hurt him?
Deep down, I think so.
Yeah. I imagine so. But you still got that. And that guy, if you're using duct tape, you're one of us.
Mm-hmm. Or it was, he taped it back together, but.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we got it back home, took the tape off, and got a brown crayon and colored in that crack and put it back in the case and still have it.
What about brother, Uncle Ronnie?
White Sox fan. Uncle Paul's a Cubs fan.
Okay.
So,
And
yeah.
Paul was one. He'll rank up high in one of my greatest all-around Aggies. Now, he was slow. But football, basketball, baseball, just pretty doggone good. I was amazed at the many different people who said they're Cubs fans.
Right.
Why is that?
I think it goes back to the WGN. You know, like Coach Cantrell said.
You gonna talk?
I remember when I was staying with my grandmother during the summer, I could go on WGN and watch the Cubs play. Now, that's just my opinion on that. But
Well, they're a national brand for one. If you think about franchises in the MLB, you think about the Yankees, the Dodgers, and Red Sox, and the Cubs. Those are the four that kind of come to mind. Of course, in our area, obviously the Braves, but from a national perspective, I think the Cubs have one of the largest fan bases. And they're fun to root for. They're the underdog typically. It's not like we're winning every year, and so for years we're still known as the lovable losers. So I think a lot of people identify with that, and there's a lot of Harry Carey, I think, was a big part of people becoming Cubs fans, and of course, the WGN thing. Around here, it was easier growing up to get a Cubs game 30 years ago than it is today. Of course, today, if I want to watch the Cubs, I have to pay for it. MLB TV typically. So I think the older I think a younger generation probably don't gravitate towards the Cubs as much because there's not as much national exposure. For us, not as easy to get their games. But
That precious wife of yours,
Mm-hmm.
who is, and when you look at her roots as a Haney, that gets kind of tough. I saw them play high school basketball, and it was kind of like Davy Crockett, rough and tumble. They don't mess with them because they were tough. What about Wally Haney? Is he a Cubs fan?
I don't know that he's not much of a baseball fan, period. Doesn't watch a lot of MLB, so I would say no.
Yeah. All right, but she likes the Cubs.
She likes the Cubs now because of me. I got her into baseball back in 2015 when the Cubs they had a really good year, went to NLCS, and of course I was watching a lot of the games, and she, just by happenstance and location, she kind of became a Cubs fan too. So of course the whole family is now. That was the one thing we can agree on is Chicago. There's a little bit of a divide in our house with Alabama and Auburn, but
And you are?
Alabama.
What happened to you?
He's,
Proud alumnus, University of Alabama.
That's it. And Notre Dame. You're Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
That's never changing.
And as Notre Dame fans, it's easy to love Chicago sports.
Yeah.
Hey. Hello?
Hey,
Yeah, talk to me.
I was just wanting to talk about the Cubs.
All right, who you want to talk to? I got about 3 outlaws up here. And Frustful, I forgot about that.
Les Walters.
Who?
Les?
Les Walters.
You want to talk to Les? What's wrong with you, bro?
Why not?
Hello.
Hey, heard y'all was talking about the Cubs.
Yes, the Cubs.
This is Brady Cantrell.
Brady Cantrell. Oh, my goodness. Now, I am not the Cubs expert. I've got 2 Cubs experts and a soon-to-be Cubs expert.
Seem to be, that's right.
All right. What do you want to ask them?
I just want to say that it was a pretty cool experience to get coached by a former Cub, getting coached baseball by a former Cub.
Kevin Bass.
That's right, Kevin
Kevin
Bass.
Bass.
That's it. I didn't ask him to come up here this morning because I felt like, and he is devoted to his classroom. I'm getting a nod
That's right.
from Principal Cantrell. He's nodding. So, is everything going good for you out there on the field?
Sure is. We're winning ball games.
Okay. What's
He's teaching us stuff we've never learned before.
okay? What's Coach Bass like?
He's just a competitor. He's the most confident guy I've ever met. He teaches us to act the same way.
What position you playing right now?
Outfield and second base,
Okay,
and I'll pitch a little too.
okay. What pitches do you have?
Fastball, changeup. That's about it.
That's it.
Maybe a slider every now and then.
Okay, you need to be taught the knuckleball. We need a
Knuckleball.
knuckleballer on the mound.
Why don't you teach me that one?
You know,
He's a good knuckle.
there's a lot of things I know and I don't know, but I'm like Clint Eastwood. A man has got to know his limitations, and I'm very limited. Now, Coach Cantrell there, your principal, he might could teach you. You know a knuckleball?
I can teach him a lot of things, but a knuckleball's not one.
Okay. But, yeah, hey, you got a good coach, keep winning.
Yes, sir. We will. See y'all.
Okay. All
And
right.
fly the
Thank
W.
you.
Thank you.
Fly the
Bye.
W.
Fly the W.
Yes.
Fly the W.
I think those kids are having a great time right now. I talked to Coach Bass all along. He's old school. He's old school. Very demanding, as he should be. And if you don't demand, you don't get. That's very important. So, do you know the whole roster yet?
I couldn't confidently say off the top of my head like a starting lineup. They were asking me in the interview, they're like, how much you know about like MLB baseball? We just want to make sure, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it? And then why would you not rate it higher or lower? And I remember saying, I was like, I played baseball in all through high school. I know most of the MLB teams and star players and stuff. I said, but I only say a 7 or 8 because some of the baseball fans, they can tell you like the extended family trees of every starting pitcher in the league. And I was like, I'm not near that level yet. So, but yeah.
You got some studying to do.
I do. I have a lot of studying to do.
Okay.
You got a job, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Got the job. Got the job. When you start working, I mean, it sounded broad.
It is.
Where will you be? They'll say, "Oh, come on in and help here."
Yeah, it's
Where do you think that'll be?
so it'll be a lot of different things. They said that my experience at Alabama, I did a lot of different things, whether that was like producing or graphics or audio. So they said that every day might be a little different in what they ask me to do, since now they're doing a lot of their media day things. They're doing a lot of the player cutouts and work in that. So they might call me in to work on a lot of that. But then when it's actually in the season, I may be doing more game-to-game graphics and things for like maybe social media. I have no clue yet, so we'll just have to see there.
You knew Troy Pitts. You did?
Howdy.
Troy was,
Troy.
That's Matt.
that's Matt.
You got
Yeah, I finally got in. Hey, first of all, John Robert, congratulations on being headed to the Windy City. And, yeah, there's going to be a lot of, Coach Cantrell, there's going to be a lot of students in your gym on Friday for career day. If we could lasso John Robert and let him just walk around with a Cubs jersey on. A really, really big Cubs fan was Cousin Troy. Les, I don't know of anybody that was a bigger Cubs fan and was any worse at jokes.
His jokes were why you shouldn't tell jokes.
Well, in honor of Cousin Troy Pitts, I've got a couple, and
Okay.
so we want to share them with y'all and with Radio Land. One is, have you heard of the new movie called Constipation? It hasn't come out yet.
I mean, it's as bad as it gets.
All right, the final one is, what do you call a man who has finished digging? It's simple. You call him Doug.
Doug. We took Troy with us to see WrestleMania, Kenny Avery and I.
Oh.
And this was on a big screen in Birmingham. Well, Troy couldn't walk very well, and at that time I could walk a lot better than I do now. And Kenny could walk a lot better than he did at that time too. So we were having to just kind of drag him along, and he kept us in tears. Just
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
And we were in there, and I think we got high off of all the marijuana smoke in there. And then can you imagine? Can you imagine all the wrestling fans? One toke over the line, sweet Jesus. And it was just going along, and then we had this family up there sitting. He said, "Hey, can you hand me another Snickers?" And we started just to ask him. We said, we ain't getting in there one toke over the line, sweet Jesus routine. Just
I couldn't hardly understand Troy when we was just normally sitting in his apartment over at the high rise talking, much less if he was high on secondhand marijuana smoke.
Hey, I think he did. I think he really did. Troy was a phenomenal human being. He was hilarious and just a great guy, but he believed in Cubs baseball.
Yes, 100%. And I was fortunate enough back in the mid-'90s to get to go to Wrigley Field and see a Cubs game one time. I don't remember even who they was playing, but it was a neat experience to get to go to Wrigley Field after watching them on WGN for all those years.
Right. Well,
all right, y'all have a great day.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
He also has stories of being a referee. Whew. Don't you too?
Oh, I do. I could sit here all morning and talk about them.
But you don't umpire. Why not?
I'm just going to stick with football.
Have you ever umpired?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No. It's too close to the fans.
You got that right.
There's people who sit right behind you, and they tell you they never tell you what you got right. They always tell what you got
Right.
wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sloan was refereeing some Dixie Youth baseball. He was umping behind the plate. He had no boy. He was a prominent fella in town. He came up behind the fence and he was already had two coaches in there. And the prominent guy was giving him what for, and he stopped him. He looked at that guy. He said, "If I need you, I'll call you. You go sit down." That's what it's like. You are going to see John Roberts, such a neat group of people. I can't tell you who are some of the big celebrity Cubs fans. Can y'all?
Well, yeah.
Bill Murray's one
Bill
of them.
Murray's a huge Cubs fan. Eddie Vedder, lead singer of Pearl Jam's, a huge Cubs fan. John Cusack is, famous actor, big Cubs fan. I mean, there's a lot of them. Jeff Garland, who was on most recently the Goldbergs, he's a big Cubs fan. So there's quite a few that you'll see at the games, and
There's no telling who he's going to meet.
Have you been to Wrigley yet?
I have. I went in 2022, I went with my dad to a game. I think they played the Nationals. It was like a come-from-behind win, so it was a really fun game to watch.
What is your title going to be?
The official title is Production Assistant / Audio 2, which is kind of like technical, but
Audio 2?
Audio 2.
Okay.
I had to get certified in some like audio program. It's called Dante, and so it's some brand that makes like all the chips for like the computers and different equipment for microphones and things like that. So I had to kind of get well versed in that, at least in the basics, and then from here I'll just try to learn a little bit more as I work.
In your family, have you always been the tech person?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So they would say, John Robert, my phone's not running right.
Yes.
Boy, I wish I had you at the house. You know, who does your phone work at your house?
At the house?
At the house?
AT&T.
No. Amongst the children.
We don't have any tech savvy people at the house. If it doesn't work, we have to take it to somebody.
Hutty.
I'm it at the house.
You're it. Well, I couldn't see
Oh, yeah, I was
Roger.
just wondering if any of you Cub fans were aware of the local guy in the Cubs farm system this year.
Who would it be?
Who is that?
Well, I say local, a guy from Florence, Evan Taylor. He pitched 1 inning, struck out 2, and walked 1 and picked off 1 Saturday.
Where are you from? I'm not a baseball fan.
They're from Florence.
Okay.
Did not know that.
His other brother pitches in the White Sox organization.
I bet they get great on Thanksgiving, don't you?
Yeah,
Now, what was his name again?
Evan Taylor.
Evan Taylor.
His younger brother, Grant Taylor, pitches in the White Sox organization and pitched about 50 innings in the big leagues last year. And his older brother pitched at Arkansas and is in the Cubs organization and pitched Saturday. It pitched the inning, struck out 2, and I think walked 1 and picked off 1.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a lefty. He's a lefty. Throws about 94.
6'4", 250.
Yeah, they
Yep.
drafted him a couple years ago, right? See,
I'm not exactly sure how that worked. I think he's 25, 26, and
Shows
he
that
may have jumped
the
from
Marlins
one
drafted
organization. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He went from one organization to another, but he's a real tough lefty-on-lefty matchup. I remember at Arkansas that when they played in the World Series,
Yep.
he pitched a time or two, and it's just he really did a really good job. And like I said, his younger brothers, he sets 99, 100, and can throw 102 in the White Sox organization. So that's pretty impressive. But anyway, I just thought it was kind of neat for a local guy, and just hoping he gets his chance in the Cubs organization.
He's playing in Knoxville right now for the AA team.
Okay. Well, he sounds like I could take him and I could be his blind manager and he could wrestle in WWE. 6'4", 250.
That's a big old boy.
He is a big fella.
Yeah.
And he's humming it off that
Yeah,
mound.
he is.
Woo.
Yeah, it's amazing. Of course, in spring ball, they bring a lot of pitchers that come in and get the pitch in spring training. And so, and the real roster has 20 pitchers on it or whatever, come regular season, or I don't know the number. I'm just guessing, but they bring in a ton. But anyway, hopefully he gets his chance and can make the roster.
Hopefully so.
He'll probably
Good
he'll
first
probably
outing.
start at AA, and then maybe he can move on up. But anyway, I just thought that's kind of a neat deal.
Yeah, it
Hey,
is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
yes. And what's your name?
I probably don't need to call it.
Good God. Are you supposed to be at
Coach
work?
Cantrell knows.
I recognize
Coach
that voice
Cantrell
anywhere.
knows.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to be at
He's
work?
Yeah, Les, I'm headed that way, buddy. I got to get in the shower.
Well, we thank you for calling.
All right, y'all have a good day.
All right.
too.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Debbie, have you got to keep up with the farm system too?
I don't think I have to keep up as closely. I have some friends who are working for some organizations, and they have to they're helping out with like the social media. So I bet that that's a lot more intensive about knowing the farm system and the guys that are kind of on the come up. But I got to learn.
He's hoping not.
Yeah, at least
if you have to work
the
the
farm
social,
system's pretty broad.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I would like to. I mean, that's really awesome to know that a guy from Florence though is making that.
Right.
Like, that's a great outing. I hope he has a good start and that he kind of works his way up because it sounds like he's pretty good. So,
But he'd be better with me in wrestling.
that is
I'm
true.
telling you. You're going to be getting to do so much, see so much, and learn so much. This is not going to be just like, hey, I'm coming to this job, I'm ready to do everything. You're still going to be doing a lot of on-the-job training. I think that's great. I really do. Are you going to bring him in his Cubs jersey and just let him walk around?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we'll show him off.
I don't blame you. I don't
Eddie.
blame you.
Are y'all gonna be on this morning?
We on now.
Details of radio on my map.
Well,
Are
I
you
can't help
going?
it.
Are you going to be
Everybody else called in for work.
at the event?
Well, I don't know. Anyway,
I can wear my Cubs jersey too.
All right, buddy. I'll see you later.
What are you doing this week?
What are we doing this week?
Uh-huh.
We've got. I'm gonna look at my calendar list. Hang on just a second. I don't want to lie on the radio.
No.
Well, I don't do it either.
I thought Roger would have called by now.
Listen, it's a daily thing. We argue about Cubs and Cardinals baseball, and Mom has to stop us from getting. I mean, we never get mad at each other or anything. We just, I mean, we go full blast. I mean, we just. Like we got to arguing one time over Busch Stadium and Wrigley Field. Which stadium's better? Get to arguing
Well,
about
one of them's a federal landmark. One of them's
yeah,
not, so.
exactly. Who's better, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa? I mean, yeah, Mark McGwire hit more home runs that one year, but who won MVP and who made the playoffs that year? I mean, it's just stuff like that.
Yeah, but that was scandalous.
It brought back baseball after the
Well,
strike.
it did. I agree. It was still scandalous.
And then, you know, he always brings up, well, how many World Series have the Cubs won? How many has the Cardinals won? Brings back, I wanted something to ask. Where were y'all when the Cubs won the World Series in 2016? That was 10 years ago. So,
Doesn't feel like 10 years ago.
no, it feels like yesterday.
There are so many arguments
Oh, yeah.
that can be had.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, and you could bring back some people to Marion County to do to help our kids.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
I think it would be. And then we could have concerts right here in football stadiums. I've
I
got
like the sound of
ideas. I've not heard from anyone. We're still looking for good help on getting John Robert Page a place to live, a safe place to live, a safe place to live that will not take an arm and a leg and take the shoe off the other foot so that he can live affordably. It will not always be ramen noodles. That's what we're looking for. And I know we've got some Chicago people that can help this great young man. We need that. The phones aren't lighting up. We need that. And he'll need a good woman when he gets up there. I think that's so essential.
Are you trying to give his mom a stroke this
Oh.
morning? Is that what you're trying? Is that your end goal?
I have loved his mama a long time, and Stacy does not cater to any of that I'm talking about, except the safe place to live.
She caters to that.
Oh, she does.
100%.
She does. I feel like the woman's going to come. I do. I really feel like that. It may be right there in the Cubs organization. 22, looking good, smelling good, acting good. What more do you want? So I feel like that's going to work out. Spring training opens
Last week.
We're rolling.
We're rolling. Up and going.
up and going. Have pitchers and catchers already reported everything?
Yes, sir. They're playing. They've started playing games.
Okay. What do you foresee for the Cubs this year?
I mean, we made a playoff run last year. I think we can make another playoff run. And, we signed Alex Bergman this year. I think he can help us out and maybe win the pennant. It's going to be hard to beat the Dodgers. I mean, they're with the salary cap and everything. They're bringing in all these different types of players. It's going to be hard to beat them, but they can be beat.
Is that like the portal?
Kind of.
Okay.
I mean, I think they've got a great opportunity. They've added a lot of depth to the starting pitching. They went out and got Bregman to play third base. He's a Gold Glover. So the defense is really good. You've got Bregman at third. You got Dansby Swanson, which a lot of you Braves fans are going to know. He's at short. Nico Horner at second. Michael Busch at first. Now, Nico, Dansby, and Bregman are all Gold Glove winners. You got Pete Crow Armstrong at center, who won a Gold Glove. Ian Happ in left, who won a Gold Glove. So you've got a lot of defensive, really good defensive team. They should be able to hit the ball well. The thing about playing at Wrigley is sometimes that's in your favor and sometimes it's not. So, but they've upgraded starting pitching this year. Should get Justin Steele back mid-year, maybe June, July. So they've got a great opportunity. But again, I think everything runs through L.A. right now, and the Dodgers they spend an exorbitant amount of money, and there's no salary cap in MLB, and so if they want a player, they just outbid everybody and get them.
We lost Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers, and I think he's getting paid like $60 million a year.
Yeah.
That's what David gets paid as principal of Hamilton High School. Ask his wife.
That's almost.
Ask
yeah.
his wife.
Yeah.
I note here that both David and Conley do radio. Y'all do radio. You've done it before.
Yes,
You've
sir.
done it in the playoffs, and they're not good. They're pretty doggone good. I think they do exceptional. So I'll never forget my great American young friend, Scott Tyra, asked me to come and help him do the broadcast for the Hamilton Aggies one night. That was the biggest mess up joke. Scott's over there and he does a great job. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What's Les doing? I'm watching. I'm having a great time. I'm sitting there at half court on that little table. I'm watching. And I got the notice, and he'd say, Les, what do you think? I wasn't thinking. I'm just watching the game. Scott didn't ask me anymore. Limitations. I know the games. I know what's going on. I didn't have anything to say. I'm just watching. I'm having a great time. But these guys here, have you ever done broadcast?
I've sat in on some, but I haven't been on the mic for a show.
You will be a great mic man. I fully believe that. These two guys are great. They really do. They do great work. Me, let me watch. Just let me watch. But closing thoughts. First of all, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. You're carrying our banner up north, and like David had said, back in the, I guess it would date back to the 30s, 40s, 50s, we had a lot of people that could not find work here. And they would move. And there, they could find work. And eventually, they came home. Eventually, they came home. But times have changed. And we've got what we've got here pretty much now. We do have, I've noticed, and it's not just in Hamilton, it's all across Marion County. We have people who buy home places with acreage. They've never even seen it. They've just seen pictures. And they say, right here, I'm coming right here. Our taxes are good. They say, we're going there. I love for them to come here. Some of these goomers, though, when they're coming here with their beliefs, I don't like that too much. Hopefully we can change them. We've had some, and I know, David is a pastor.
Yes, sir.
At
Christ Community in Hamilton.
And you've probably seen some new folks that have come just that way.
Well, through the church and through the school, we have quite a few students at the school that are transplants. And you're right, a lot of their parents have bought sight unseen. And
That's
I'll
it.
ask some of the parents, how in the world did you find Hamilton, Alabama? And typically, the people that are coming, they're looking to get away from blue states, looking to get away from high taxes or crime, and they're looking for a slow pace of life, and it doesn't get much slower than Northwest Alabama, and so a lot of them do. They buy sight unseen. They come in, and the overwhelming majority will say, "Man, I really love it here." And I actually talked to a guy yesterday who's come from Colorado, and he said we needed a change of pace from big city life, and so just. It's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine doing that, but
I can't either. And those people out in Colorado, that is one took over the line, sweet Jesus,
Howdy.
too.
well, we didn't discuss that. We just discussed the change pace.
Do what?
Yeah, in the work.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Um,
That's your sister, Carla.
we still need a portal. Somewhere there's a 7-foot kid that could come. I think that'd be wonderful.
As long as they make a bona fide move.
Bona fide move. I had a few weeks ago, and we were talking about the realignment. Tim, help me. He is over around Addison.
Oh, yeah, Todd Tittle?
Todd Tittle.
Yeah.
That guy, it's almost like it's tattooed in his brain. He just can roll it and roll it and roll it. Could I see him being in Montgomery helping run the show? Yes, I could. But he knows the ins and the outs, sideways. I was totally impressed with him.
He's on the central board.
Yes. Yeah. And then superintendent, Patrick Sutton, he's on the legislative council.
Yeah, he was recently appointed to one of the. I don't know the position, but he's on there as well in some capacity too.
So, but that was neat. That was neat.
It's been interesting for sure. I know it definitely changed our region and our path to the playoffs. I've told our coaches I know we stayed 4A, but it really feels like we moved up to 5A.
Yeah.
A lot of the people in our region are dropped from 5A to 4A, and so our road got quite difficult just to get to the playoffs, much less make a run in the playoffs. So thankfully we've got a lot of talented kids coming back. We should be pretty good. So obviously we can be competitive, but and have a chance. But the road to get there is exponentially harder than it was maybe last year.
Absolutely.
I've had a lot of calls on that. About y'all. Y'all on one state. Y'all 5A, aren't you?
Well, we're 4A.
4A.
Yes, sir.
Everybody else dropped to 3A.
Yes, everybody around us dropped, and of course we stayed 4A. We're one of the smallest 4As.
Second from the bottom, ain't you? Something like that.
Close to it. I don't know the exact number. So, which is reminiscent of my last couple of years coaching. We went to 5A, where we were one of the smallest 5As. So it's a difference when that level of competition changes. How you prepare, what you put into it, has to change with it, and so it's going to be interesting.
Y'all done a good job.
For sure.
I remember I asked John Holliday when he jumped up. I think he was in 6A. I said, "What's the biggest difference?" He said, "Speed."
Speed of the game.
Speed.
So it definitely changes. So I played at Marion County High School 1A, and my first coaching out of college was at 1A. And so when I come to Hamilton from Berry, there was definitely a difference in the speed of the game. When we went from 3A to 4A at Hamilton, not much of a difference, very similar. But when we went from 4A to 5A in 18 and 19, it was very different. Speed of the game, size of the kids, it changed a lot, and that feels like what we've done again. Although on paper it says 4A, but then when I'm looking at the teams, a lot of it's like a mixture, a hodgepodge of 4A and 5A from the past few years. So,
Two teams is tough.
It's going to be a challenge, and definitely speed of the game and size of the kids is the biggest difference.
Has your son graduated?
No, sir. He'll be a senior next year.
I tell you what. How big is he now?
He's about 6 foot, 190.
I know when he stepped outside of you right there, he's one heck of a man. He was at the 8th grade then, 9th grade.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But got to keep him healthy.
We do. I'd like for him not to be in the hospital this year. So.
I think that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, I do too.
And Mama for sure.
Yeah.
Thinks that. We've had great conversation. I'm just looking forward to seeing what all you get into. And when you're talking about concerts, are you going to have to go up and say, all right, y'all want M&Ms, but you don't want green M&Ms. You want bananas, but it can have no pulp on the sides. Have you got to do that?
I don't think I have to do that.
Thank goodness.
Yes, I'm very appreciative to that.
Don't put up with prima donnas. You may have to deal with enough of them on the field.
Maybe so.
You're going to make so many great friends, so many people that you'd like to see once in life, and that's enough. You're going to just have a wonderful, wonderful time. You're going to learn so much. But the thing about you is you're a sponge. And you know how to bring it in. You also know how to keep some of it out.
Right.
I think it's going to be wonderful.
Well, I was raised right.
Yes.
I was raised in Marion County. So Hamilton, Marion County, I got good values, I think. And going through school at Hamilton and stuff, you meet so many great people that, I mean, they truly never leave you. When I got the job, so many people were so quick to reach out and say, like, if you need anything, let us know. And I appreciate that. My family appreciates that. And it's a big jump, but it doesn't feel that scary when you have such a big, strong
Right.
community that you have, and you don't have that in a lot of places. I feel like it's really unique.
But you can't cook barbecue like your old man.
No,
That's a problem.
that it is a problem.
If you could cook good barbecue in Chicago, you could have a side business.
I really could.
Keep your head straight on. Leave the side business alone now.
His daddy, Todd Page, does he still cook much?
He does, but I think he would like to start smoking a little bit more. He hasn't had the time to really smoke as much as he probably would like. When he smokes, it's good.
Yeah, but not that kind of smoking like
Smoking
Troy
meats.
Pitts
Yeah, smoking
and,
meats.
and
Not like
Kenny
when
Avery
you
and
went to the
me when we
wrestling.
went to the wrestling.
Right.
Not that kind.
He doesn't do that.
Okay, good. He's a good man. What'd your granddaddy say?
He was like, all right. When I got the job, he was excited, yeah. I mean, just everybody in the family's been really excited. I remember my Aunt Beth, which is Todd's sister, she let me know.
We've got Slade
Yeah.
Gilmer, and he said that he is the number one cousin fan. Is that right? I think that's how it is. And he is your oldest cousin.
Yes.
He will try to play on that so he can get to come up there on a good deal because of you.
He'll have to. He's a huge Twins fan, but maybe he'll come to a Cubs fan and see,
I think he
see what
will.
it's all about.
You just tell him about it. He'll be there. Guys, it's been great.
I got one last
All right,
thing.
let's hear
I
it.
got one last memory. So back
Okay.
10 years ago, Game 7 of the World Series, we had that rain delay, and it ended like at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I was there. I watched.
So waking my dad up at 1 o'clock in the morning as a Cardinals fan, telling him we won the World Series, that was a great feeling. And then the next day at school, me and Coach Cantrell and Coach Devers, we had us a great day. We watched Cubs baseball.
Sound
on
like y'all
ESPN all
troublemakers.
day.
That's what it sounds like.
Coach Devers could not be with us this morning. I really wanted him to. Great friend, great guy. You followed him? Is that right?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
principal for me.
Okay. And is that part of it? You have to be a Cubs fan to be a principal?
I do think it's unique that Dee was a big Cubs fan, and then I come in and I was a big Cubs fan. But it was not part of the job application or the hiring process. I just think it just happenstance.
Right.
Yeah. But maybe it should be going forward.
Yes, I agree.
There are a bunch.
The world would be a lot better place
Cubbies.
if there were more Cubs fans in the world.
Y'all all get along with each other?
Yes, we do.
If one falls down, you pick them up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, we're the lovable losers. We all love each other.
I like it.
Smart kid they were.
Okay. We've got a lot of smartness right here. We do.
Oh,
Sitting on that couch, too.
I can't see over there.
But
I can't see on the end either.
it's good. It's okay. I thank all of y'all for being here. We will need you to keep us posted
Yes, sir.
how things are going. I'm still waiting for that phone call. He needs a good place to live, a safe place that doesn't require him to wear armor.
Well, I got a place of over 216s out the window.
You're not dependable.
I'm talking about him. Got to take care of
And
him.
the woman will come in time. It's all going to work out. It's going to be wonderful. You just keep us posted.
Yes, sir.
And I think I can speak on all of us right here. We are so proud of you. So proud of you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that.
And folks, I have no idea what we're doing next week, and I think that's when I'm at my best, when I don't know. And my wife would certainly tell you that. We thank you for listening. And what do Cubs fans say?
Go Cubs, go.
Go Cubs, go. Fly the W, baby.
Fly the W.
Okay. We thank you for listening.
Well, I'm glad I learned a lot of things from him, but there's one thing I'm glad I listened on.
All right, folks.
Are we back on?
Right now we got Jimmy on there do the sports a minute. Hold ball away.
Jimmy should have come on the show with us.
All right, we got Jimmy here. We're gonna fix do the sports.
Good morning, everybody. It's on February 23rd on a
Wait a
beautiful
minute.
day.
Wait a minute. One, two, three. air.
Are we on the air yet?
I'm talking to him. Get me on the air. Another 3 days like this. One, two, three. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Okay, we ready to go? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to, I guess you call it the Hutty Show. We got some sports over the weekend. We'll try to run down. We got the basketball going on still in Wallace State. The lineup for today, and it's getting started here in about 45 minutes. We got Bell Green girls be playing at 9 o'clock against Cold Springs. In the boys' action, got Red Bay and Cold Springs at 10:45. At 12:30, got Mink and Marion County girls. And at a 5:15, you got Hubbardsville boys and Addison boys. And you got the Gunnersville girls and East Limestone at 5:45. And the late game tonight, you got Desser versus West Morgan boys at 9:15. Now, that's a late call, late game. I don't know what the deal is on that one. And that's the lineup today for the high school games up in Wallace State. In baseball over the weekend, high school, we had a few games. Hamilton defeated Soldier 20-1. Rogers 14, Cobb County 4. Phil Campbell 3-2 over Lamar County. Muscle Shoals 3. Brooks 2. Hatton 19. West Morgan nothing. Winfield 10. Haleville nothing. Falkfield 12. Covenant Christian 6. West Limestone 7. And Wilson 3. In softball, we had Florence 6. Priceville 3. And Florence played Decatur, and Florence won 9-4. Cherokee 13, Decatur Heritage 5. Hackleburg 3, Red Bay 2. Covenant Christian 16, Phil Campbell 7. Cover Heights 16, Covenant Christian 1. Belmont, Mississippi 3, Waterloo 2. Cherokee 6, Final 3. Red Bay 3, Phillips nothing. Athens 16, Hamilton 1. Tuscaloosa County 17, Hamilton 3. Hackleburg 8, Shoals Christian 3. And Shoals Christian 13, and Phillips 0. And also in Tennessee, of course, this is boys in basketball. We had Frank Hughes over Waynes County 41 50. Waynes County won 59-41. This is girls. Perry County 53, Collinwood 39. Lawrence County, Tennessee 52, Franklin County, Tennessee 40. In boys action, had Waynes County 55, Frank Hughes 33, Perry County 59, Collinswood 37, Tullahoma 72, Lawrence County, Tennessee 54, and Loretto 45, Community 41. And let's see, that's what else was going on this week. Just hang on. I got everything organized here. Okay. Today in the baseball, we got some games this afternoon and some softball games also today. Today in baseball, we got Lauderdale County at Lexington, Bell Greens at Shoals Christian, Cherokee at Tanner, East Limestone is at Russellville, Haleyville is at Red Bay. Some of these games may not be played because it's the end of basketball playoffs. Tharptown versus Vina and Hatton versus Florence. In softball, you got Ardmore at Brooks, Central's at Lauderdale County, Cubs at Christians at Phil Campbell, East Lawrence at Colbert County, Hackleburg at Hatton, Hamilton's at Russellville, Sheffield at Shoals Christian, and Wilson at Mars Hill. Of course, had a couple of soccer games over the weekend. Well, 3 soccer games today. Tharptown and Wilson, Jasper at Russellville, and Haleyville at East Lawrence. And also the tennis team from Shoals Christian will be playing at Lauderdale County today. And in high school golf, we got a tournament going on over at Cypress Creek Lake over in Muscle Shoals. You got Haleyville and Hamilton participating in it. And also in baseball today at Shoals, over at Shoals, Northwest Shoals, got a Dyersburg, Tennessee, and Shoals plays at 2 p.m. So a lot going on in the baseball and softball world. In the SEC over the weekend, we had, in the boys, had a lot of good games. I sat up and watched most of them all weekend. Alabama 90, and LSU 83, Auburn 75, Kentucky 74, Oklahoma and Texas A&M 75-71 over Oklahoma. Arkansas 80. Missouri beat Arkansas 86-7. No, Arkansas won 94 to. I'll run through them again. 94 to 86. Texas and Georgia. Georgia won 91-80. And Vanderbilt plus Tennessee. Tennessee 69, Vandy 65. And Florida 94, Ole Miss 75. So in the girls' action, we had South Carolina 85, Ole Miss 48, Alabama 76, Florida 71, Oklahoma 100, Tennessee 93, Texas 92, Mississippi State 42, Kentucky and Vandy 81, Kentucky 79, and Missouri and LSU 108, Missouri 65. And also the United States in the hockey yesterday defeated Canada to win the gold, 2-1 in overtime. So I guess that's been about 20 years, something like that, since they won the gold in hockey. And so also in golf yesterday, I watched a little bit of it. We had the PGA Tour out in California. Jacob Reisman won the tournament. Roy McIlroy came in second, and Kowalski came in third. And also in the racing, Credit One's Cup One racing at Atlanta, we had the winner was Tyler Reddick. He won last weekend at Daytona, so that's 2 races in a row for him. And in the second place came in with Biscoe, and the third place was Holcomb. And also Saturday in the Cup race, Kyle Busch won it. And let's see, in baseball all weekend over in UNA defeated St. Louis 7-4. In softball, UNA beat Loyola of Chicago 7-0. And all the playoff games in high school will be today to see who's going to Birmingham this coming weekend and next week. And there's a lot of teams down south, some of the familiar teams I noticed is going to be there playing off today. So we did have a whole list of them. I'm not going to run through all of them, so many of them.
Who's playing today?
Huh?
Who's